Are you ready to boost your income and go from zero to hero with your finances? My name is Carmen.
And I'm Darius. And the foundation of this video came from the experience that I had when I was laid off, and I had plenty of time to think about things. So the very first thing that we need to do was we need to leverage our skills. Next, we need to build a side hustle off those skills, and then we need to create passive income. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when we post new videos.
All right. So Darius kind of gave you the secret sauce. So let's go ahead and dive into them and unpack that a little bit. All right. So the very first point is identifying your skills, right? So when Darius was talking about he was an engineer, he was laid off, those same skills aren't necessarily the unique set of skills that he took out of the picture and said, this is what I want to get paid for. We recognized very quickly that financial education was necessary because we were struggling within our own finances, trying to get out of debt, stay out of consumer debt, all of those things. And that's what we did. And when we got to that point and was able to just share with people like, oh my gosh, we paid off all of our credit cards. And people were like, huh? How'd you do that?
With life insurance?
You supposed to do that? It just created conversation. And we're like, yeah. And it made us realize those are some skills that we need to be sharing with people.
Right.
There's a way for us to serve that wasn't necessarily what we were getting paid for originally. Mm-hmm. So once we had that connection, it really flipped for us. And once people started asking for more help and advice on what we were doing, we said, maybe we can create a business out of this thing.
Right. Now, the first thing we had to do after we were able to identify those skills is we had to teach it so that we can hone those skills and really see what people are asking of us. And by doing that, that's how we got our very first client. It wasn't the fact that we went out and got a website or business cards because we couldn't afford any of that stuff at the time. We had to use what we had. Mm-hmm. And the very first thing that we needed was clients so that we can get all that stuff after the fact. Mm-hmm. So we use social media. We use YouTube as a way to get in front of people, a lot of people, and it was absolutely free. The only thing we needed was our Gmail account, and it didn't break the bank.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a nice segue into the second point, which is like freelancing and consulting. So once we had those unique skills, and you'll know those unique skills because people are going to ask you, what are the things that people continue to ask your help for? Maybe hone in on that. So the next thing would be is take those skills and then start consulting and sharing. And that's what we did is we started selling insurance and we started our YouTube channel so that we could get in front of a larger audience. And it allowed us to have the reps to continue practicing essentially our sales pitch or how we educate people on this whole process. And we did it again and again and again, which is why we have over 400 videos on this topic, because we knew that people needed help from a financial standpoint.
Right. And it helped us. If you take a look at some of our old videos, I hope you notice that we've gotten better over time. And it wouldn't have been possible unless we consistently wanted to put in that work and consult and get in front of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And don't underestimate those days, the grind days, essentially, when you are honing on your skill. Really, that's what I think grinding means, is you're perfecting your craft, right? I mean, you're always going to be perfecting your craft, but when you're just getting started, it's a little bit of a grind.
Right. And also the third point, a part of leveraging your skills is you need to continue to stay in front of education and continue to educate yourself and make sure you add the latest technology, if you can, to your system so that makes you more competitive. Because it's really important for you to be able to boost your skills through just the techniques that you know.
So this goes into the next point, which is trying to figure out how to scale your business. So you understand your unique skills. You understand that the reps that it takes in order to perfect your skill. Now you have to figure out how to make this thing scalable. And so for Darius and I, as we started our business and we were getting more and more clients, we recognized that we needed to replace ourselves at some point because our clients were outnumbering us.
Right. And you said business.
Yes.
You said business second. Yeah. We understood the skills that we had first. We understood the education that we need to hone those skills. We understood that we need to get in front of an audience, and then the business itself came thereafter, after these things have been in place, because you can't have a business without clients. A lot of times we want to put the cart before the horse, and like I said earlier, have websites, client not credit cards, business cards, a storefront, signs, t-shirts. You want all these things when you don't have any clients. That just costs you money.
Yeah, exactly.
So is to Carmen's point, is the next important thing for you to have is to have a business idea to where you can put all this in one bucket, so to speak, one package, and that package comes in the form of a business.
Mm-hmm. And this is really how you eliminate costs, because you don't incur a lot of cost up front. You're more so just putting the business in place and getting in front of people as much as you can. Okay. So thinking about what are your opportunities for scaling, because really that's what this is about, is in order to boost your income, you have to get out of the business, so to speak, and stop working in your business and start working on your business. So how can you scale? Do you need to replace yourself? Do you need to start teaching and training other people to come in? How are you going to elevate your business so that you can then become that true entrepreneur who is only focused on investing and creating cash flow?
Right. Now, at this point, you have clients, and I think the best thing to do is identify a niche. Mm-hmm. Survey your clients and let them tell you what they came to you for versus you trying to say what your offer is. Mm-hmm. Because what I've noticed in our business is there's in our heart in our head what we think people want to hear from us, but when we look at the surveys, that's not exactly what they want. So it's important for you to identify your niche through your potential clients or through your clients. Survey them and ask them what they want from you so that you can make sure you give them exactly what they need.
And you stay focused on the path, right? Because sometimes we're like, oh, people want this, they want this, they want this, and they don't want any of it from you. Mm-hmm. They just want the one thing.
And they don't even want our help.
Yeah. And that's why it's also important too to note that you don't want to be a master of everything. And we can say that because we know people in our industry who, you name it, that they got, every accolade under their belt. So it's like, what exactly is your specialty? So that's the other thing that we want you to focus on, is your niche, like Darius was talking about. Focus on that one thing, get really, really amazing at that thing, and then be able to offer other services. Because what we found, again, we're telling you through our whole journey, is we got to a point where all of our clients were like, whole life is great. What else can I do? Mm-hmm. What else you got? And so we knew that we needed other investment vehicles. We needed other ways for our clients to know how to take their cash value and then invest it. So we have real estate deals. We have investment deals. There's retirement deals, like whatever it is. We then had to figure out what are those other branches that we can provide our clients. And we're able to say that we can provide that now.
Right. Are you looking for a life insurance policy specifically designed to help you accomplish your financial goals?
And if you have a policy, or if you're looking for more education, would you like to be a part of a community with like-minded individuals who are all using life insurance to accomplish their financial goals? If so, click on the link below. We would love for you to join the Wealth Nation Money School.
Point that I want to move on to, I really love your point, is to have an online presence, because it allows you to, there's no limit to the people that you can come across.
Nothing like it.
Because it opens up the entire country from wherever you are. And I think in 2020 is when we really got a dose of that through what happened in 2020 with everybody getting sick. Is we need to have the ability to touch people online, because it offers endless opportunities. That's just it.
That's enough said. That's really what it is. Like, Bible study is on Zoom now. You can connect with everybody no matter where you are.
A Zoom account costs less than a storefront. A lot less than a storefront. Mm-hmm. And you can do the same amount of business through e-commerce or through an online business that you can from having a storefront at a far cheaper and more convenient price tag.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So there is a lot of information that we have thrown at you all. So we've talked about basically your niche, online presence. We've talked about scaling. We've talked about freelancing and upscaling your business. The purpose of this is for you to see that there is opportunity to boost your income and that you don't have to just be dependent on one. We always want people to create cash flow so that you can have whatever financial freedom looks like for you, and really for you to be able to get paid without having any caps. Because once you're able to leverage your specific skills, there are millions of people out there in the world who are looking for the skills that you possess. You just have to, one, own those, know that it's valuable enough, and then put the process into place where you can then start serving a larger audience and being able to solve people's problems. Because that's really all business is. Business is problem solution. Mm-hmm. And when you can make it that simple, then that's going to significantly boost your income so that you can recognize that there's a lot of problems out there. Let me get that solution out as quick as I possibly can.
Right. Now, the last thing, we wouldn't be us without letting you know about this, is the fact that you've created a business, a niche business. That's one income stream. Mm-hmm. And what we need to have to generate the lifestyle that we want or that we deserve or need is we need multiple streams of income. So use that niche to create your stream of income, but then invest that so that you can generate multiple streams of income so that you're not subject to if something was to happen in your industry. Because again, you figured out a niche, you figured out a vein of cash flow. That vein isn't going to always be flowing. It may not always be flowing, and you want to protect yourself from that by diversifying your income streams across the board. And you have to utilize the cash that you've earned in order to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the biggest mistake you can make is earning all this income and spending all of it, and you haven't invested any of it. Mm-hmm. So the point behind this boosting your income is once you have that stream, then we have to start looking at investment opportunities to create cash flow so that you can step aside.
So there you have it, our story from zero to cash flow hero in under 10 minutes or 12 minutes. If you want more information on how to generate cash flow and other cash flow ideas, check out our next video.
And don't forget to own your own lifestyle.
Or someone else will.